Hello and welcome to our blog. I'm Sumant Vepa, a developer, a DevOps engineer, and an entrepreneur, and this is my daily vlog. Today is Saturday, December 19th, 2020, and deep into the pandemic. We've been working from home for the last, I think, 9 months now, and Switchwell works remotely anyway, so it hasn't changed our work style in any way. But the week has been crazy busy, and I was exhausted, and I'm starting the day late today. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a lovely day outside. But there are a couple of loose ends I need to tie up. I've been working all week, when time permitted, on a blog post, or rather a series of blog posts on doing C++ development on the Mac OS for desktop GUI applications. This is really useful for certain kinds of applications like visualizations and simulation, uh, where you need the performance of C++, but you also need a graphical user interface that is native and looks good. So the application we're developing uses both C++ for the core engine and Swift for the UI. And I thought I'd do a series of blog posts on how to build such applications. It seems like the documentation on the web is rather sparse and disconnected. So there are certain, small tips and hints about how to do this thing, but there isn't a full-fledged tutorial on how to build these applications at production scale. Do the set up a DevOps pipeline for it, do the development, what sort of techniques, development techniques you use, how you test these things, how you deploy and distribute such applications. So I thought I'd do a series on that, because anyway we're building that application. It's part of a larger project that we're doing. So that's the goal for today. So the first lesson, that's first tutorial that I'm putting out today, is on just building a Hello World application in C++ for the command line using Xcode. There are a few gotchas here. There's nothing fancy about it. There's lots of documentation on the web on how to create a Hello World program using Xcode. However, if you want to distribute a command line tool written in C++, you have to do a few things that are different from how you would build a GUI app or an iOS app for which there are many tutorials. So that's the focus of this particular tutorial. I've recorded the blog post text, and I'm left with recording I've recorded the video as well. I now have to edit it and I thought perhaps I'll try a few editing techniques. I'm really a novice when it comes to video editing on Premiere, and so today's learning target is to actually create a few effects, like zooming in on a particular part of the screen, and mixing two parts of the video on the same in the same image, compositing as they call it. So those are the few things I'm going to try and explore. So I'll give you an update on how it goes and what techniques I've learned today. So I'll check back in with you in a little while. It's around 4 p.m. and I got started with editing the video for the tutorial on creating Mac OS C++ apps. It's actually a tutorial series, as I said before. And I thought I'd re-record the entire piece of content, but then I took a look at it and I thought, you know what, it's fine. I'll just go with what I have, and try some of the techniques I wanted to. This thing I've just managed to clean up the audio, set the volume levels correctly, and then start working my way through cutting the recording to the correct, removing all errors and all those things. So once I'm done cutting, I'll work on creating the special effects. In some cases, I want to zoom out the screen so that people can focus on a specific area of the screen. And it's actually a screen recording. So I'm recording the work I'm doing on Xcode. So not a problem when I'm talking through it in the background. So that's where I'm at. There's been an odd problem with with my apartment this week. We've been losing power very frequently. Usually, power is pretty stable. We don't lose it for months at a time, and if so, it goes off. Once in maybe 6 months, there's a major outage which goes off for about 3 or 4 hours while they're doing some major repairs at the distribution station or something. But I think the transformer outside our apartment block has started malfunctioning seriously, and we are seeing outages on a regular basis. So that's the condition that we're in. So although I have a UPS and can continue to work, it is irritating when I can't use the full range of everything we have, and so some of the lighting goes away too, and so a little bit of darkness. So that's a bit of an irritation. I'll have to switch to a generator or something, I think. So these are the downsides of working from a home office, and I'll see how I can this thing. Hopefully, power will be back in a couple of minutes, and I'll I'll resume. Irritating, nevertheless. It's about 5 o'clock, and it turns out that the electricity problem was way bigger than I thought, and the electricity board has come down and is repairing the transformer outside my building. So I thought, instead of running down the UPS, I'll just take a break, go out to the beach. The beach is now finally open in COVID with proper and social distancing precautions. So anyway, I'm not close to anyone, really. So I just thought I'll just head down, get a view of the beach at sunset. Marina Beach here in Chennai is really beautiful. Actually, sunrise is even nicer, but they're on the east coast, so the sunrise is out of the ocean, so that's there. So just a little break. I haven't been out of the house in 2 weeks, so wow, it's so nice to get some fresh air. So I'll get back to work and update you on what I'm doing shortly. Talk to you soon. It's around 11 p.m. and I spent most of the evening editing the video tutorial on Mac OS C++ development. It's about halfway through, maybe 3/4 of the way, but I think I'll call it a day and resume tomorrow. So it's been a reasonably productive day, and would have been more productive if it hadn't been for power cuts and the transformer blowing up outside the apartment block. But it's what it is, and that's life. And so I'll resume tomorrow. I'll talk to you soon.